What? So you're saying podcast-oriented people should die?
Do that, okay?
Okay.
I rest my case.
Can we please, dear God,
Oh my
change the
gosh.
fucking subject?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of R&D Rewind. I'm Rich.
And I am Dakota.
We got some fun things to talk about today. We just got back from a Christmas party,
Yeet.
Christmas party.
Yeah.
So we're a little late on time, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We got interesting things to talk about today, but we got a movie review today.
Yeah.
First movie review, and I'm gonna have a special guest on. My lovely girlfriend Amanda.
Ooh.
Yeah. We're reviewing Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3.
Terrifier. Not 1. Not 2. 3.
I love this movie. It kicks ass. But without further ado, I want to welcome the world to my girlfriend.
And there's going to be this transition that I will keep in the video, where there will just be a kitty, a beautiful kitty, a meow meow meow.
15 minutes later.
All right.
Great stuff.
Anyway,
What are we doing today?
Good. I don't know.
Lean down here
Fair.
for a little bit.
all right. So probably the best way to do this, because there'll probably be times where you're talking and the mic will not pick up.
That's fine. I'll bring it back here.
So, I'll go ahead and introduce, if that's okay. Please welcome our first official guest, Amanda, Richard's girlfriend.
Hi, everybody.
You're going to have to talk so much louder than that.
Hi, everybody.
There you go.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Adjust this. Go for it.
Okay. I'm very light spoken at first. Sorry.
Yeah. I was going to make the same joke that I made with Richard, but I'm not going to. Literally, your mouth has to be like right here. But you literally need to have your mouth like on the
Right
mic.
on the mic like this and
Yep.
just really loud and just
Yeah,
blunt.
Yep.
Okay. Is this going to be better like this?
Yeah, if you want to lean back and relax, I'll.
Okay.
There
Yeah,
you
that's better. Yeah.
That better?
Yeah, much better.
Boom.
All right.
Bam.
Cool. So if I can just speak for Richard real quick, probably arguably a bigger Terrifier fan than Richard would probably be Amanda, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
Um,
very much so.
Do you have a Terrifier tattoo?
I'm going to have a Terrifier tattoo very
Okay.
soon.
I didn't know if you got it or not yet.
Not yet. I'm like saving for that. It's going to be big money. Big money. It's big money to get that
I
one.
need more tattoos. Anyway, so our I guess homework this week, since this is our first podcast in December, we wanted to, for this month, kind of talk about, if you want to say, Christmas movies. And so I thought the perfect first Christmas movie is Terrifier 3, because whether you want to agree or not, it is a Christmas movie.
100%.
For sure.
I'm not really sure how y'all wanna start this, so I'll let y'all take control here.
You let me take control. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just have one solid question that I would ask you because it's just something that with Welcome to Dairy out and everything right now.
Mhm.
In a fight, just funny question. Who wins, Pennywise or Art the Clown? We're talking about two iconic clowns right now.
Oh dear God. I'd probably say Pennywise.
I would say the same.
too.
He can shapeshift. Um, Art the Clown, he's pretty much just a demon. So like, yeah,
he
it's
is
just going to
he
be
is a
a
demon, which can make a very good argument. If somebody were to say Art the Clown, I couldn't argue it
I
at
could
all.
definitely argue that, and I don't even like
I
to
mean,
argue.
fair.
I don't know. I would. I mean, especially
Richard,
after
try
what
to pull that mic back to you
Yeah,
and see
get
if
it
it
closer to
works.
you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that works.
There we go.
I would just have to say that I don't know if you heard me a second ago, but I wouldn't argue with somebody if somebody said Art the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Only because he is a full on demon. We don't know what kind of demon he is.
Based
But-
off,
What?
well, I was just going to say, I think the best way for us to have the argument is to just go based off what we've seen. So like all we know is that like Art pretty much just doesn't die. Like he can just like come back constantly and again.
Right.
So I would say that Pennywise kind of outpowers Art.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess,
Mhm.
and possibly Art would probably win because Pennywise probably just get tired of trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So he might just get bored.
Yeah.
What is your answer?
My answer is Pennywise, technically. But honestly, I'm kind of with Richard on it. I know you're going based off of what we've seen so far, but for me, it's just like we don't know what Art the Clown is,
Mm-hmm.
and just basically what I know so far of the story, he could be a whole lot more than we even know.
Yeah. It'd be. When is the fourth one coming out?
I know they just finished production. I just saw something about
Okay.
it.
I don't know release date. I don't know if they even have one. I haven't seen an
I
official.
don't think
announcement
they
yet,
have one.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure within the next 6 months,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure we'll hear something about it for sure.
Yeah, I would agree to that. And there was something I was going to say. Oh, I was going to say that if there is more that Art can do, I hope that. Well, we'll talk about it later, but I hope that they use this movie to show there's extra powers that he can do.
Oh, I for sure. There's.
Mhm.
I mean, Damien's gonna get weird.
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna get weird. I have no doubt about it.
I don't really know if if I need to say this. So obviously we are going to be talking about Terrifier 3, which will include spoilers. So
Yep.
if you haven't seen it yet, please do go see it.
I wouldn't recommend just watching that one. I would recommend watching first one and second one
Yeah.
because it is. I want to say that watching it earlier, just jumping into one of them,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it can be really jarring.
Oh yeah.
Immediately with the amount of gore,
Mhm.
I think that starting with the first movie
Mhm.
and then leading into the second one and third one can really help your the visuals.
Yeah.
that we
Yeah,
get in
it
these
is
movies.
definitely a hard movie to look at for sure.
Yeah, because once you're done with the second one and you get into the third movie, you're like, okay, this is the kind of gore I'm getting.
I would say
Mhm.
it gets easier to watch.
It does.
That's my experience. At first, I like cringed and I was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible." But then, as I grew to love this series, I was like, "Oh, I can deal with this. It's not that bad."
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, sorry, I'm going to ask the question again. Do you want to go scene by scene? Do we want to talk about our favorite parts? Like, I guess Amanda, what would be, pick your top 3 scenes in Terrifier 3?
My top 3 scenes are kills, like just scenes in general.
Oh, let's do scenes first, and then we'll do kills.
All right. I think one of my favorite scenes, which I'll be like number 3. I'll start from like worst to best. Would be. Unfortunately, it's kind of sick, and I have to own it. But like, we finally see Art the Terrifier just kill a kid. Like, not honestly on screen, but like it'd be the
Mhm.
opening scene for me when he kind of like crosses that line that people don't like.
Right.
And Damien crosses that line in a script. You know, a lot of people don't go there with kids.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of interesting to see that. And I really liked that scene and the fact that he was willing to take it there. And then he finds a little girl. You think, oh, the little girl's going to be fine. And no, he finds her and it's done. It's over with. You
Right.
know what I mean? And I think that it's a good twist. And it's kind of crazy how he just went all in to show us dismembered parts, you know, like, unfortunately, of, you know, graphic things of a child. But I found it interesting and I found it kind of different. And I enjoyed that part, you know, weirdly enough.
For sure. For sure.
For sure. Go ahead.
No.
All
Go.
right, all right.
Start your. Give me your second one.
Second scene. Oh gosh. So obviously the second scene for me is going to be the shower scene. Very iconic. Iconic for me in different ways. And I'll get more into, you know, why when we talk about kills and stuff like that. But
Okay.
it's very iconic for me. I think it's hilarious too. And it's very, gosh, what's the word? Foreshadowing coming into play.
Mm,
I thought it was pretty ironic as well. I
right.
mean, somebody gets exactly what they asked for, and it's hilarious.
Right.
It's pretty brutal, and it's just one of my favorite scenes. I think in the movie, I think it set everybody over the edge when they went to the theaters. I think it was shock value,
Mm,
and all of the above, you know. And then also knowing that David Howard Thornton puked while filming that scene is pretty iconic.
Nope. I'm going to tell you what scene it was. It wasn't the shower scene.
Was it?
It wasn't the shower scene.
That's what I heard.
It was the rat scene.
Oh yeah,
It was the rat
you
scene.
might be right about
He
that.
was very uncomfortable doing that scene.
Yeah, that was actually kind of graphic. I think you were right about that.
There's something way more
think you're right.
morbid about that scene
Well,
than the chainsaw.
uh,
I think there's something way more screwed up with the rats.
I don't know. You see that like that was
There's
old.
something a little more sinister.
I mean, people used to do that in the olden days. That was a form of torture.
Exactly. Not just a chainsaw. I think chainsaw is just a little too out there. I would personally say the rat scene is way more sinister than a lot of what art has done in these past movies. So, that's just my opinion.
I'm going to completely out myself. I'm a little foggy on the rat scene. Is the rat scene when they shove the thing down the ant's throat and the
Yeah.
rat goes down there. Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure. We shoot these late at night, and
Dude,
I what's that?
open your thing.
No, I will. And today was just it was a good day. It was just a very busy day. So, my brain's just a little foggy. But okay. All right. Sorry. Third one.
My favorite, and it would be my favorite scene. It would be the scene towards the end with all the symbolism for. I mean, just being honest, Jesus Christ. When he puts the crown of thorns on her head and she's tied to the chair, and then he also, you know, hits her in the arms, kind of signified, you know, when he was nailed to the cross. It's the symbolism of that would be my favorite part.
Okay.
And it just showing her power, and then she gets her power. It was beautiful, I thought. Yeah, it was horrible, and it was morbid, but it also had like a beautiful turn to it and a beautiful symbolism to it.
Mm. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and transition to your 3 favorite kills.
Okay, this is gonna get people upset with me. My third, like, least favorite kill, but on the top 3 would be the stepdad, or I'm sorry, the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time he's not believing Sienna. He's mean to her. He victimizes her, victimizes her for her mental illness. Wants her out of the house, and all she is actually seeing things and telling the truth.
Right.
And I actually feel for her because all she wants is for somebody to believe her. So I thought it was kind of awesome that, like, and also it's an we don't see it. It's not really a kill. We don't see it. It's an off-camera kill, but we see the aftermath. We see his head on the tree. We see his guts hanging from the tree. And it's kind of like, I'm sorry in that moment. I'm like, yeah, screw you, dude. That's what you deserve. You deserve to find out after you did all that to the main character of this movie. I'm like, dude, why? All she needed was you to be like her uncle or like her father figure in that moment in her time of need, and you victimized her the entire time. and you got exactly what you deserved because hey, you didn't listen, and she was right the entire time.
For sure. Is there any part of you that kind of just I don't know because I'm immediately kind of putting myself into his shoe as like yeah, this is his niece that he's trying to bring into the family and um understand that like she kind of needs like parent figures in her life, but at the end of the day, he also has like his own daughter to watch over. So, um, while obviously we know what's going on, I think if I had to put myself in his shoes, I'd probably be doing the same thing.
I mean, fair, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of like obviously Sienna went through something that just wasn't.
Yeah,
It was different, and at some point, where does she get her believability? Where does she get the grace? Where does she
for
get
sure.
any of that? And I just think that at that moment, like he lacked all of that, where the aunt didn't,
Hmm.
and you know what I mean. And so, unfortunately, I did celebrate that kill for that reason.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's your second favorite?
So my second favorite would be, out of the shower scene. It would be the blonde guy. I really didn't like his character too much. I did think he was funny, and just the brutality of his kill was pretty awesome.
Mm.
I didn't like how he was willing to victimize his own friend and like listen to some girl and try to get like whatever he needed like from his friend, like get him on the podcast, Jonathan, or get Sienna on the podcast, all because he was chasing vagina. You know what I mean? Let's just be
Right.
honest. All he wanted was that girl, and like he was willing to hurt his friend, that somebody he had established a relationship with, and it just the brutality of it all was just right on point for who I think Art the Terrifier is, and just how brutal he gets when his leg snaps. You know, when he kind of half chainsaws and he goes to walk and he steps down on it and it like snaps and he falls and it's just sick. It is brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. That I'm not really good at like remembering movies. Um, so typically when we're talking about movies, I have to watch them relatively like in the same time frame. That way I can try to remember what I'm talking about.
That's fair.
But I definitely remember almost every single part of that scene. And I mean, before today, I hadn't seen it since it came out in theater, and I was still like, nah, bro.
Yeah. No, thank you. This is too much.
Yep. And then is that your second one?
That's my second.
Okay, what's your third?
So same scene, but it's the blonde girl. I absolutely but it's the blonde girl, the generic blonde girl, obviously. But it's such beautiful foreshadowing right before they go into that. And she's like, I want to know what it feels like to look into his eyes, to feel his breath on you. And
Yeah.
you're just like, yes, ma'am, you're about to find out. All right, let's sit back
Yep.
and relax.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then that moment when he's done doing what he's doing and she's kind of half there and he like takes his glasses off and he goes, you know what I
Mm,
mean? And then he puts his glasses on her. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious.
yep.
Classic Art the Terrifier. And I hated her just because she was just so goal oriented, podcast oriented, and honestly, she got everything she asked for, and it was hilarious.
What? So you're saying podcast oriented people should die?
No, I'm saying when you're chasing clout and you're willing to use people's trauma for clout, then you get exactly what you ask for when you ask for it.
No, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree. Richard.
I would like to say that I'm not gonna defend the uncle any, but I am going to I don't even know why I said that. Sienna's writing, I think she expects no one to believe her, which is what I really like. Instead of her like just telling people,
Mm-hmm.
she writes it down in a diary.
Right.
So I do like that about that character is that she doesn't really expect anybody to believe her. She doesn't really actually talk about any of it.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of keeps it in, and the only person that she can talk to is Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would just say like the uncle. If I were him, I wouldn't believe her. But though, does it make it right? No, it doesn't, because she obviously did go through a lot of crap,
Mm,
like bad stuff. The
right.
sequel and the second movie. But um for my kills, the rat scene's number 3. The rat scene is so morbid and sinister. The fact that he's putting this tube down the aunt's throat.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had some technical difficulties. Not my fault this time.
Yeah, not my. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Phone storage was full, and I don't even know why. So I need a new phone. Period. But anyways, I was talking about
Your second favorite kill.
my second favorite kill, which is the Santa Claus kill when he's strapped to the chair and Art is freezing his body parts.
Yep.
And then using a hammer to do his thing and see red. But anyways, my next kill is the chainsaw kill. And I would just say that entire sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome, crazy. Seeing Art use a chainsaw, who wouldn't want that? I mean, the other serial killer we ever see use a chainsaw is Leatherface. So it's kind of cool seeing it done this way. Never seen it done this way, in specific ways,
Mm-hmm.
but nonetheless, it was pretty sweet, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. So
Yeah. No. It is definitely one of those two where it's like you can't take your eyes away from it, but at the same time you can't look at it.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
So
yeah.
all right. How about we? Oh, I gotta talk about something that I thought that was pretty funny. Um, I one of the parts that kind of got to me was in the beginning of it when the mom is like looking around the house and she gets she gets mad at the husband for not locking the door. And like makes I can't stand. All right, women with all the love of my heart, I cannot stand when y'all make this comment of, "Oh, you didn't lock the door. I guess you don't care about your family's safety."
Oh my gosh.
I know where you're going with this.
And you know what's crazy? Things go south. She she just she low key just says fuck the kids.
Fair enough. Well, she sees one chopped up, and then it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, she sees one child dead, and I guess she just assumed like, oh, I guess the other one's dead, because she was like, deuces,
Yeah.
runs down the stairs, and ends up dying because she can't get the door unlocked because she locked it.
Yep.
So,
Funny, because Richard was like, literally, when we watched it, was just like, yeah, you would have been able to get out the front door if the door wasn't locked. And I'm
Yep.
like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
here we go.
And the funny thing is that she was giving her husband shit about it being unlocked. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny and ironic.
But I
Yep.
hate how you're like, I hate how all you women do that. First of all, it could have been a lot easier for Art the Terrifier to get into that house, number one, let alone getting out is another relevancy. So, I mean, she has a solid point. Lock
no,
the door.
she does. She does. It was just she does. Yeah, it's not that hard to lock the door, but hey, it's more of a thing of just like, oh, we forget to do something, and then immediately it somehow turns into
Some
we don't care
dramatic-
about a family.
Yeah, some dramatic flip of
Like-
craziness.
I keep things around the house to make sure that this family stays safe. Like, I mean, we're not going to get into that. It's an accident. Things happen. Trying to think. Let's go ahead and talk about maybe what we think. I want to get your guys' ideas of maybe what the fourth one's going to bring us. Do we think the fourth one is potentially the last one?
It's confirmed from what I know to be the last one. What I've read so far is that I'm pretty sure it's
Oh, really?
yeah, it's confirmed to be the last. And I've heard that the script is the craziest that he's ever done, Damien Leone.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I'm like obsessed waiting for this next movie. I'm waiting. I'm excited. So, you want to talk about what you think is going to be first?
I would like. I yes, it is confirmed that it is going to be the last one, but you know, like all these other horror slashers, it's always going to be a new guy who wants to step up to the plate and try to do something different. As long as it's still, uh, who's playing Art? David Howard Thornton. As long as he's still in that role, like continue making him. Get a different director in. If Damien wants to step away, which it sounds like he does, and he wants to do new stuff, either give the franchise a break or let somebody else take over the directing, and then maybe have Damien do producing, and continue to have him do the writing at least. But that's just one less job he has to do, because I'm pretty sure he might be burnt out and he probably wants to do other things. But as far as fourth, go big or go home. That's what I think,
Mhm.
and I think that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's gonna go balls to the wall. I know Sienna's gonna have to go into hell again to go rescue her little niece. But
Are you doing good over there?
yeah, we're doing good.
Okay.
But I think it's gonna get nuts, and we're gonna see more and more biblical things
Mm-hmm.
happening. I'm gonna assume that's what's gonna happen because we saw a lot more this time than we did in the second movie. It looks like he's just kind of building up to something, uh, something that you know, he surrounds his life with. I'm assuming, but what do you think? What do you think where it's gonna go? I think that I don't think Art. I think they're gonna kill Art, but he's just not gonna die. This character is way too big now into pop culture, where he's gonna be around for a very very long time. He's gonna rule this decade, and he has been for
Yeah.
a while.
I mean, I'll be completely frank with you. I'm not too sure. I think if you're going to go big or go home, I mean, if we're talking biblical stuff, I'm just gonna say it. I want Art to have a one-on-one with Jesus.
Pretty
much
did. He
keeps
losing.
Oh my god.
One-on-one battle with Jesus. Like what's the girl's name? Sienna.
Yeah.
Like she's like broken, just done, and you're like, oh no, it's done and over with. But then the good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ comes and saves her. That's my prediction.
You just have like a guy walking down a hallway with light behind him, with just super long hair and a long beard, wearing a white robe, and it's just like, "Ooh." And he's just gonna strike him, not with his fist, but with his glory.
That's the most godly thing you've ever said.
You know what? Next.
Oh my goodness. All right. I mean, we've pretty much covered what I would say. Definitely, it's gonna be very biblical. I second what Dakota said. If there's not a showdown with Jesus Christ, then I'm out. I'm gonna need that to happen too. I didn't think I needed that until you said it, Dakota. But at this point, I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
need that in this movie. Hopefully we get it. Probably not. I don't know where we're gonna get it, but I know one thing is for sure, is that if we don't get a Jesus Christ fight, definitely I think in my heart that like Sienna is gonna end up being some form of like an archangel and have the ultimate power of Jesus Christ to defeat Art the Terrifier on her own.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather it be Jesus Christ coming down, striking Art down, and it just be done. Just biblical music, done, everything over with. I think that would be pretty epic.
What if
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. As soon as he starts.
What
As
if,
soon as he starts.
what if at the end we get like a Ray moment with Sienna
No.
Oh
to
my
where
God.
she's like, I'm a Christ.
No.
I swear, if we get a Star Wars moment, I'm out. I'm done. I can't do the new age Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be completely honest. I don't even really pay too much attention to the stories in the movies. Like, honestly, anytime that like it cuts away from art, I a lot of the time will stop paying attention to the movie.
No.
Really?
Some a little bit, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sienna's an awesome character.
I mean, yeah, but that's not why I'm watching the movie.
He's watching it for the kills. He wants the gore, the blood, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. And then without it, it's just it's mute. The point is mute.
Yeah, and Richard and I were talking about this on the way to the party tonight. Don't necessarily know how I feel about there being a shower scene with a minor in the second one.
Huh.
At the end, she has
Yeah.
a shower scene, and she is supposed to be in high school,
Yeah, that is
she's
kind of
got-
weird.
she's
and then
got
he's
that,
killing kids in this one. So
she's got a crazy side boob shot in that second film. Remember?
But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Then I guess it is a little,
over the edge.
yeah, because she is still supposed to be in high school. She does that.
But-
already.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. True.
I mean,
very true.
granted, I guess that is kind of by no means am I justifying it, because I think any kind of movie where there's any stuff like that with like underage people, I think it's weird. That's
Uncomfortable.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can, yeah.
Anyway, um,
But though, like I'm actually not going to really defend that.
yeah, don't defend it.
that scene.
Yeah,
But
don't
though,
defend it.
you just got to remember it's a slasher film, and you got to think about all the other slasher films out there. Kids in high school, like literally first scene in Halloween, that
Yeah.
underage girl getting stabbed and breast is out, and
One eternity later.
do that. Okay,
Okay,
I rest my case.
Can we please, dear God,
Oh my
change the
gosh.
fucking subject?
Well- What? What about Jonathan?
What do you mean? What do you? Come on. Is he dead?
Oh, are you? Oh, you're reading my stuff. Look at you.
I have him on here too.
Okay. I guess my biggest question too for everybody is like, I guess since you spoiler alert, is Jonathan dead? Is he actually dead? Because there's like a bunch of fan theories going around, and like, there's a lot of people who say he's dead. Like they think that's him.
Mm,
I just feel weird because we don't see the kill, but we don't see the uncle get killed either. So doesn't mean it didn't happen, right?
I think the uncle, while he's an important character, he's not Jonathan. So, not that I would obviously hate to see that happen, but if you're going to kill a main character like that, it probably needs to be on the screen. So, I am very much about no one's dead unless you actually see it happen. So yeah, I mean, but I might be wrong, but because I remember when I first saw that in the movies, I remember everyone in our not trailer, I remember everyone in our theater being like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
oh."
yeah.
And I'm like,
Come on. Come
"Mm,
on.
come on."
Y'all believe you really believe that? I don't know.
And
about that.
Terrifier and that chick can like mimic people's voices, so of course they're just gonna imitate him and just
They did.
yeah, that's what happened
And-
on the
and-
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just think I don't know. I think it's all a trick. I think it's kind of like also symbolic in a way, where it's like the demon is playing tricks on you to get you to believe one thing, so you don't fight. He wants Sienna at her weakest, so he wants her to believe that Jonathan's dead.
Mhm.
He wants her to give up, and he thinks that's the point. Like that's gonna be her give up break moment where she's not gonna fight anymore. But he forgets that she has Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
He does forget about that.
I do feel like if Gabby did die, and that was Jonathan, then she probably would have given up at that point. But though the fact that Gabby is still there, like they screwed up. Art and what's her name screwed up because if they hadn't shown her, then she would have had less of a chance to come out of that possession. I personally think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I
Uh,
guess we'll figure it out. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get over this death. Um, is there any final points or anything that y'all want to say before we transition to the next topic?
No, I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say, other than like, I don't know. I think people forget about this movie and and I think it's really refreshing that we're sitting here talking about it. The fact that this is technically a Christian horror film that symbolizes a lot of Christian like things in the Bible and just like the crucifixion and just like good versus evil, angels versus demons type of situation. And I think it's just a really unique take on a horror movie to make it a Christian horror movie. And I think a lot of people say you can't have both. It's either a horror movie or it's Christian. You can't have them both together because it doesn't fit into this mold. But somehow I think Damien Leone was able to do that and make it fit into this mold, make it entertaining for everybody. And also, I think it passes some people that this is a little bit biblical.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's kind of like one of my favorite things about that movie is that he was able to do something no one else has ever been able to do unless it was a possession movie. You know what I mean? And made a serial killer, an angel versus demon, and I think it's kind of cool. So I think a lot of people forget that really is a Christian-based horror film, and you can have both in this at the same time. You can do that, and Damien Leone proved that.
No, awesome, Richard.
Yeah. Final thoughts on this film. I do think that. Well, actually, I just want to kind of go back to Jonathan for a second because I do think that he is not dead. One, and I actually do think that he is going to figure out that he's got some sort of ability as well. I think he's going to have some sort of ability because I don't think that Damien's going to let Jonathan be a damsel in distress. Kind of like he was in the second film. Yeah, but with him being a younger brother, she's supposed to protect him as an older sister. I get that now, but now that they're older, maybe this time he can protect her.
Yeah.
And maybe she's outgunned and outmatched. And Jonathan is going to show up out of nowhere. I think I think with them being brother and sister, I think it's just not that out there to say that he's going to have some sort of ability as well.
No, yeah, I mean,
But he's probably going to have his own weapon too.
I agree because I mean, in the second one, he's the only one that that can see them as well, besides her.
It wouldn't
Um,
be crazy if he just finally comes through and he's the one. We've been paying attention to Sienna this whole time, but he's really the person that saves everybody in the end.
That's
Wouldn't
what-
that be a good twist?
That's what I think is going to happen. I think that would be a cool twist.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, he's definitely come off as like this little weak, not like not like the ideal candidate to beat Art. So,
Yeah, that would be a good twist.
all right,
All right.
with with that being said, are we ready to transition to the next topic?
Yes.
All right. Well, Amanda, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. You guys have fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you need the drink? Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, and that was our review on Terrifier 3.
Wait, should we call it a review if we didn't even rate it?
We are gonna rate it actually. Let me go get her real quick.
Okay. Off screen because Amanda has to go check on the kiddo.
Amanda rates it 10 out of 10.
Good for her.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10, and I do think it is better as a film. It is better than Terrifier 2.
I'd have to agree with you there. Yeah, I'll probably say I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'd probably go with a 7.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah, just because I mean, again, the movie is just about like they are obviously setting up lore and a story and everything. But with that being said, some of the acting here and there is still a little weak.
Still super like low budget.
Yeah. Which is it's one of those that you can kind of take it or leave it. So
I'll
Yeah.
take it
I'd say
for sure.
say a 7.
7. Okay.
All right. Well, with that being said, kind of the last little bit here, we kind of wanted to talk about kind of the breaking news that came out. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. That for a whopping what was it, 86,
No, 82.
$82 billion, Netflix purchased the rights to WB, which means that they now own all of DC. They own the Game of Thrones.
Yep.
They own Harry Potter. They pretty much own everybody now.
Yeah, they're Disney now.
That is, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, they own all of that IP.
Isn't
And
that?
I am. I'm not going to get too worried yet, but I am a little worried
Mm-hmm.
because Netflix has gone on record for canceling shows way too early. If it doesn't meet their that number that they want, they immediately cancel it. And I think really the only show that's been consistent is Stranger Things and Squid Game. But what else is on Netflix that you can say that is original from their end? And we're gonna get the theatrical in a minute because I have a real problem about that.
Yeah, I mean, I it does kind of make you a little nervous. I'm very curious on what's going to happen. If they are just going to completely go without HBO Max, or if they're just going to make Netflix and HBO Max sister streaming companies, kind of like Disney and Hulu, to where um pretty much you can. I know for sure you can watch anything that is streaming on Hulu onto Disney Plus. I don't think it's vice versa. So I'm assuming that you could still have HBO Max, but then you could watch anything that's HBO on HBO Max on Netflix.
So I know for sure that Netflix is keeping everything the way it is.
Okay.
That's what they came out and said. They're keeping everything the way it is.
Everyone says that because they want to keep people
Oh
happy.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see how long because I just don't trust Netflix as a company to put out big budget theatrical runs. I just don't. They're. I think for a good example, a few movies that should have went out in theaters. Prey, and this is not on Netflix, but this is over on Hulu,
Hmm.
and in Disney owns Hulu. So even though these movies are great, this is the best they've been in a while. Prey, Alien. I was gonna say Alien Earth, but that's a show. Um, what was the other one? Oh, everyone will not save you. What's the name of that? Everyone won't save you. It's an alien movie, and it's specifically about this girl who's kind of just like fighting for her life when aliens take over, invade Earth.
It sounds super familiar.
That movie was so good. That should have went to the theaters. Prey was so good. Should have went to the theaters. Um, I know there's a few other movies that on their end that should have went to the movies, but they didn't. Um, but I am scared when it comes to Netflix because they like let's say like Glass Onion, a Knives Out. That they had select theaters for Glass Onion, and it was like what I think 2 weeks or something.
Hmm.
Super short window. I guess Netflix is afraid of making money. I don't know what it is, but I see this being a complete disaster within 5 years.
I think whether we like it or not, I think the streaming services probably honestly make more money if they just keep it on streaming because I mean, again, while we like it or not, I feel like the majority of people nowadays just would rather wait because they know within a month it's going to be out on a streaming platform. So instead of having to go to the theater and pay nowadays $40 to go see a movie.
That's $40 for two people. It's not $40 by yourself.
Okay, but
So let's
not
just say as an individual, you're probably spending like $25 if you're getting food and a soda.
right. But so yeah, I'm thinking of it as I'm thinking of it as like couples and families.
Okay.
Um like
Yeah, that can get expensive.
when they're, you know, honestly, there's been more times than not that I'll ask Nicole if she wants to go see a movie in the theater and she'll be like, "Eh, I'd rather just wait until it comes out on streaming." Cuz nowadays, and obviously it'll just get even more worse with Netflix. Um, they're like movies are going to have shorter windows in theaters now until it's, they're maybe in theaters for a month and then they're going to be on the streaming platform.
Yeah, I think it's like now on the average, it's depending on how good a movie is doing in the theaters. I think it's 6 weeks.
Yeah,
But if you're, Top Gun Maverick and your numbers are just going up every week or going down a very slight margin, you're looking at double the time. So
Yeah.
I
So
just I'm just I can't remember the last time the movie theater experience is so important to me. Um, it has been it's been a I don't want to say a big part of my life, but it has been a part
I
of
would
my
say,
life.
speaking for you, it has been a big part of your life.
As a kid, I was going to theaters every single week,
Yep.
every single weekend, just to go watch a movie. I didn't know. I didn't care what it was. I saw After Earth. That sucked.
I don't know what that is.
You know, after Will Smith and his kid and Jaden Smith.
Oh, yeah, but I think that was kind of one of those that people kind of thought that maybe it would be good. I don't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is that like, I mean, I just nowadays I'm more selective on what I go and see,
Mm-hmm.
but still, like Avatar, I know that's not Netflix, but like I'm trying to get my point across is that Warner Brothers now own or not Warner Brothers, Netflix now owns these superhero DC characters. And right now Harry Potter is doing a show. They're not going to be in the movies, but Game of Thrones, that's all TV, I guess, high quality TV.
Do you think that they're just going to start fresh on DC characters?
No, no, they're keeping James Gunn. I'm pretty sure they're going to just continue with whatever it is he's doing with
See, I'm not gonna lie.
those,
I
with
know a lot of
his
people aren't
crap.
crazy about. No, well, sounds like you weren't either. It's and then for me, I'm a fan, but I don't go as deep as Richard does. I what I can't stand even more is when we have to start from scratch again because that process in itself takes so long.
It does, yeah.
And that's not what I want. Like
Yeah.
the fact that honestly, like we've gotten a Justice League movie that was lackluster, obviously. It's just you're not going to get the same feel from DC that you did with Marvel because it took them so long. It's taking them so long to set up these individual characters to then build something up for a like a if you want to say like an Avengers
10%.
10%.
Yeah.
Jesus. Like an Avengers style Justice League where it's like, okay, you've built a relationship with these individual characters and now they're coming as one team. Um honestly, I hope that the only thing I hope is that with Netflix acquiring them, I hope that it's positive in the way to where this stuff starts ramping up. Um
I am. I guess we'll see how that goes for the next 2 years, but I just don't see how Netflix can put money and like obviously they got money. They just bought Warner Brothers for that much money,
mhm.
but now they dropped that much money. So what's the theatrical run for these specific movies gonna look like?
Yeah.
Are they gonna be shorter windows now?
I think
Because
for your
that's
main
what
ones
I'm
it
worried
can't
about.
be. I think for the main ones it can't be. Um like, when you're talking about like Superman, when Batman, um like those movies can't have shorter windows. Um
Now the Batman 2 is not getting touched. That's still
well no, not that one. I'm more meant when James Gunn finally
Brave and
decides
the
on
Bold. Yeah.
like what he's doing there.
Yeah.
I'm just very impatient when it comes to that stuff that I'm excited about. Batman's probably my all-time favorite superhero. And so I know people. I can agree that, uh, you know, he is popularized. I think I said that word right. Um, I don't care. I love him. And so I hope that resolves itself soon. Because what I am really wanting before I breathe my last breath is I want the Batman Beyond movie.
Dude, I don't know if we're ever gonna get something like that. Not gonna lie, I don't think that's on James Gunn's radar at all.
Well, then James Gunn needs to fuck off.
James Gunn needs to just move away from all these super weird characters and just like make your individual superhero films that everyone knows. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern. Green Lantern's gonna get a show. I think that trailer should be dropping soon, actually. It's coming out next year. We like I don't care about what's that animated movie or the animated show that he had on HBO Max?
The one, the with the team.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot.
No, I don't care about that. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I didn't care for his Suicide Squad movie. Not gonna lie, didn't do anything for me at all. And Superman was just above average for me. And I think he needs to really get on to patenting these characters down to, because fans are going to start getting impatient. Now, like, obviously he's taking his time. And he's also trying to do the different universes because that's how Peacemaker ended. And again, I didn't watch Peacemaker. I didn't need to. I didn't care to because I want my Justice League characters.
Yeah.
I want Martian Manhunter. Like, go, dude, make a movie about him. Like, he's so cool.
Yeah.
He could be that story could be so good. And we're getting Supergirl next year, which apparently is really good and fine, whatever. But I am like, come on, let's get to the Flash. Let's do the Flash. Even though I loved all the other DC characters before this change up, by the way, I loved all of them. I loved the Flash. I know it's got CGI problems, whatever. What movie doesn't?
Well, I mean, but that movie had like.
Yeah, I know. Some of it was bad, but you can't deny Ezra Miller was so good in that role, playing two different versions of himself at two different ages. He was annoying for a reason. We were all annoying at that age.
Yeah.
His older self is like, what? I was really like this. So, dude, I loved the Flash so much, and the mom stuff was so good. But I am excited though for Jason Momoa's
Loba.
Lobo. Yes, I am excited for that.
Loba. I'm so sorry.
Lobo, that's a perfect casting. I loved him as Aquaman. I thought it was cool and it was different. But Lobo seems to be more about his route.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a dream character of his to play.
Yeah. I don't know. Me, the only reason why I would be like down.
I'm at 17%, not 10%. All right, so we're good.
Okay. I was just gonna say whether I appreciate how rushed and how fast we got to the Justice League movies when Snyder was taking care of it.
That wasn't Snyder's fault, by the way. Although we're getting really off topic here about we're really talking about DC, but
yeah.
we'll go back to this. I want to wrap up the Netflix and Warner Brothers thing. Are you concerned whatsoever?
I'm concerned that they're going to see one project fail and just say we're just scratching all of this and starting over.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm concerned about. Just because the fact that Marvel has had what they're going to be on their fifth Avenger, fifth Avengers movie, and like it seems like DC is still at square one.
Yeah.
Like we need to. I don't want to say speed things up because because then you do get movies like the Justice League to where it's like we've had no time with these characters, and I'm supposed to care about what's happening in this movie.
He means a theatrical cut of the the Justice League. When
But
you like the Snyder cut.
I like this Snyder cut as a movie. What I don't like is the fact that before we are getting to this movie, we only had what, a couple movies before then. Like you had Man of Steel, BVS. I can't remember if Wonder Woman comes out before
It did.
Justice League.
It did.
Okay, so three. Does Aquaman come out before Justice
No, it
League?
comes after.
Okay, so you have three movies, and
Well, you have the Suicide Squad as well, but that's not really. It's part of the world, but it's not like part of that team. But
yeah, and you don't see the Suicide Squad in Justice League.
no, yeah, I know.
Um,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I thought that was Warner Brothers' problem, and Warner Brothers as a company has been screwed. Not really screwed, but they ruined the IP, the DC IP for sure, because they wanted to rush the Justice League film. I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder wanted to do a Man of Steel 2 right after BVS, and Brainiac was supposed to be the villain.
I mean, if that's the case, that would have been pretty cool. I mean, I guess the thing is, well, we'll never know what was going to happen with that. Um, do you think that any part of the Snyderverse is coming back now that Netflix has acquired them? Because I know that was a big thing that people were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. But like, I want to say one thing, but it doesn't matter what I say because we got the Snyder cut. Like, that was not the movie we got for that came out on HBO Max would never have been the movie that come out in theaters. That thing would have been chopped up, shredded up, just like what Warner Brothers does. They did with a lot of his movies actually,
Mhm.
but specifically Justice League. I hope that they do in some sort of fashion. And if they're keeping the live action stuff with James Gunn, maybe they'll do animated stuff. I don't want no comics. I want to see this stuff played out on the screen, whether it's animated, because DC animation is awesome.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't think live action. I don't think so. Now, not to say that we'll probably never see these characters as these actors in these roles again, because maybe one day we'll probably see Henry Cavill as Superman again, but maybe as a Kingdom Come kind of Superman, like a more evil Superman, which is what we saw a lot of, which is where Zack Snyder was going. Um, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I really want to see the Batman, the Batfleck movie with Deathstroke. That movie would have been amazing.
Oh yeah.
God, dude, that would have so good. Just get a different director. Like, why does Ben Affleck have to be the one to direct it? He was gonna write it, direct it, and be Batman. It's just too much for him, and that's why he didn't direct it. So just go get a different director. There's a script already made.
Yeah, but I guess it's just if
It's
you have that,
so
if you
annoying,
just
dude.
if you have that mindset of just like the only way I want to be a part of this is if I'm doing everything about it. Um, I don't know. Maybe that's just what his mindset was on it.
Okay. Well, as far as the Warner Brothers and Netflix thing, I'm concerned. Uh, I think that mm, there needs to be a theatrical run, and movies need to be out. For you know what, I don't care about the 60 days. Wait, how long did I say it was?
6 weeks.
6 week window. Fine, whatever. And if it makes money, it stays out longer. Black Phone 2, you were able to watch it at home, and it was still at theaters.
Mhm.
So fine. I think the VOD thing they should have done, and I think they should do it. I think they should put movies out, do the 6 week window, just like it has been going, and then they need to do the VOD thing on Netflix, like on their app. New movie comes out, whether it's on their app or it's on the HBO Max app. I think they're just going to keep them separate. That way they have more income. But just so like Netflix is their prices aren't going to go up, because when people see that, they're like, now screw this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think my theory is their price won't go up. Um, but I think they're going to start implementing the um once a movie is out for like 6 weeks, they won't take it out of theaters, but then they'll start giving you the option to rent it on Netflix. I think they'll start implementing that where you
Yeah.
can rent the movie for $20, and then they'll do that for a little bit, and then like maybe like a month after they do that, it's when it'll actually be on the streaming service, like
Right.
for free to watch if you already have the subscription,
Yeah. Yeah.
which sucks because
I'd much rather go to the dude. Renting a movie is so expensive. It's more expensive than going to the movies and seeing them.
I mean, it is like if you're talking about just like one singular person, yes, but
That is true. Yeah. If there's more than one person watching the movie, I guess you could say that's more beneficial.
yeah, because I mean, you have to think about the bigger picture. I mean, there's in a theater. Hmm?
How are you doing?
Oh, I mean, I'm doing fine. As a like a in a theater, I would say at least like maybe like 80 to 90% of that theater is going to have at least like two people like in a group.
Mhm.
And not there's not I don't feel like there's a lot of people that just go to the theater by themselves to watch a movie.
Right. Yeah.
So, um, yeah, and that way, it's a lot cheaper just to wait until it comes out on streaming. So, with that being said, it took a long time, but now there's pretty much like the two main streaming services now that have like their sister companies. There's Netflix, and then there's Disney Plus.
Yeah. I think the only studio that stands alone is Sony. That is the
Yeah, because no one
only.
wants that shit.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. Sony's really hit or miss, like hardcore hit or miss. But um, yeah, I would say I know Paramount is owned by a different company that I think Trump owns, and Then you have Hulu, owned by Disney Plus or Disney, and then you have Universal, that's owned by some.
Universal is on Paramount Plus, I
No,
think.
no, I'm talking about the studio themselves.
Oh shit.
Universal, I think, is owned by a different company as well. Um, but even Universal, like, I'm pretty sure has Peacock. I'm pretty sure that's specifically for
Yeah,
Universal.
I'm not sure. And
I'm not too sure either. But yeah, no. Eventually, there's going to be only maybe 3 streaming services and nothing else. There is no going to be no big studio. I think they're just going to be all on streaming services, and I'm just hoping that the theatrical experience continues, because if it doesn't, that is going to, I think that's going to really mess up a lot of. I, dude, the theatrical going to the movies is, it's like it's like my church. You know what I mean?
mhm.
It's like that's as close to a community as anybody going to their church. That's their community. That's, those are their people. I think that the theatrical experience, it's important, dude. It is important, and it's just another reason to get out of the house for a few hours.
It's so funny that you say that because I hate people in theaters. We went to go see Weapons a couple months ago, and in my 27 years of living, it was the first time that I had to go and grab
Yeah.
like an employee and request that they come talk to some kids because I understand. I would. I'm ashamed to say I was that kid at one point to where I just thought it'd be funny to have some sort of response to everything that was happening on the movie.
And hoping that people would laugh at it.
Yep. Um.
You just look like a jackass.
Yeah. So I mean, good for you. That's like I'm with you to where I love the movie going experience. Um. But I.
Because, dude, let me tell you something. Like Avatar, Fire and Ash, you are not going to get the same experience uh, watching it here at home. You're just not gonna.
No, I agree, and mm, I mean, obviously not. I don't have a big ass surround sound and a big ass screen to watch it on.
Yeah.
Um, no, I mean, I agree with that. It's just more of nowadays, especially especially with especially with having a kid. Like, it's just okay. Is this a movie that I want to dedicate 2 hours of like needing to find someone to watch Everly so then Nicole and I can go see this movie. Um, and then like Nicole isn't the biggest moviegoer, so it's just like, okay, if we're going to go spend $40 on something, is a movie that what we want to do that, or would we rather use that money to go do something that she would enjoy more? So, with that being said, I think we are going to go ahead and call it
Yep.
because oh,
It's late and I'm running low on the battery.
yep. We do have the first episode up. Obviously, you can see that. I just have to edit one more thing on the second video, and then that should be up. If there's things that you want us to see us talk about, if there's things that we should improve on, please let us know. But with that being said,
Down in the comments. Down in the comments. Please like a like or a dislike. You know, let us know if we're wrong. and how much you didn't like our takes on the Terrifier 3.
Yeah.
Or let us know if you did like it. But, the feedback is important to us. We really need to, we would like to hear about it for sure.
Yep. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So I am Dakota,
I'm Rich.
and thank you for joining us for another episode of R&D Rewind. Take it easy, guys.